guys. I brushed my hair. I think I looked better before I brushed my hair. Anyway, I know I probably shouldn't blend my videos together. I need to start doing better. And there's this big old glare from that light. It's not just my eyeballs. All right, so it was a fairly nice temperature out there. If the wind's not blowing, it won't be bad. Hopefully I have the right coat on this time, but let's go just see. I'm having a hard time getting up and down. There. Just give myself a little help. Put on some glasses. Put on some shades. We'll just plan on it being good out there and hope that it is. What I mean is wind. I wonder why the glare is so bad. Okay. Yeah, there's just a glare. That's all there is to that. I want to have a drink of water though. I'll put you out of the glare. Okay, I'll try to get away from that glare. Yeah, I looked outside earlier. It's wet out here. But maybe it'll be calm. Oh, it's raining on my head. Maybe if it just drizzles, I'll just do it anyway. I guess I really probably don't need my shades. So if I can see, there is still a glare coming through. Yep, sprinkling on me. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Do 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 da 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 da. Those raindrops keep falling. This is one of those days where you can go outside and cry in the rain, right? Seems like I heard a Dog Star song about that. Must have been an old song. I believe Keanu was singing it too. Tripping. I'm not sure if I have it on my playlist, but I bet I do. I've listened to a lot of their music and I've saved a lot of it. So, liked and saved to a playlist. So let's don't cry in the rain, but it is a perfect day for that. It's not pouring on you. You can walk out here in this rain. But I got a little raindrops on my glasses. Well, I don't know if I told you guys that, I found a couple of packets of my liquid gold. So I've opened one and put it in a little jar. And I went to the store yesterday and got it's not the perfect setup, okay? I want an eyedropper. I need an eyedropper. But I got one of those medicine syringes for children. So you can, pull up medicine. So that's what I did. I'd be pulling it up and sticking it under my tongue. Let it dissolve. I mean, it's already dissolved, but what I mean is seep into my skin. It doesn't take very long. Just don't swallow it, okay? I mean, it's okay if you swallow it, but the reason I say don't swallow it is it'll get into your system better through your bloodstream in your mouth, under your tongue. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to continually put in my stuff and hope and pray that it saturates and starts to work. I mean, I know that it'll run through my veins. And then the reason for your blood running through your veins is supposed to feed your body. All those capillaries and all that stuff. Tributaries. Anyway. Yeah, I can feel the pain in my back. And I can feel it in my chest. So that concerns me. And I did get some baking soda yesterday. I took a little bit last night. I got to get my little regimen going on so I can check things off and say, yes, I did that. Supposed to take baking soda morning and night, just for the possibility that it's a fungus and that baking soda will kill it. Dissolve it, as a matter of fact, is what I had heard. They did targeted, I don't know how they did it, but they did targeted, they targeted the cancer and they treated it with baking soda somehow. And it dissolved it, guys. So I need that. So I need to get on the program, boy. Because I'm free, nothing's worrying me. I don't know if that's correct. It's part of that song, though. Okay, I need to hitch a ride, people. I need to go to Colorado. And then I need to come back. I think. I don't know. I know if Papa Bear puts this house on the market, it's going to be gone. Which will mean I will not have a place to live. I thought maybe he might go down to Arizona and buy a trailer that was in that same park as David's. And then he could have a room for me too. But I don't think that's in his mind. Told him he doesn't have to be so drastic, it doesn't have to be, it's just that I have been getting ready to leave. The thing is, he does have a nice house. He could be a snowbird. Doesn't have to be here gardening it all the time. Or someone could come and stay with him for a month. I mean, all I need is a little bit of time. I think I need to go there, take care of titles and deeds, and try to sell my place in Kansas. Either sell it or live in it. I could go there and try to set up house. But it's like living in the middle of nowhere where you don't know anybody. I don't like that idea. I wanted to come up here to the Northwest. I've been here for a while, but when you live that far away, you still don't see everybody. It's not like I'm free. That's the whole thing. No freedom. Gotta be able to get in your car and go somewhere. Gotta be able to go visit family and friends. And somehow I got tears coming out my eyeballs. How come? I'm not crying. How weird. Sometimes if I yawn, it'll make me cry. A tear. But I don't know where these tears are coming from. Hey, there's my number on the license plate. 33. Do 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 do. Yeah, there's a nest way up in the top of those trees. Somebody that I have met recently does the same thing that I've been doing. Except for she's got a lot of clients. And the reason she's got a lot of clients is because she had a beauty business, a beauty salon. They would come in and buy from her. Anyway, the point of that is that she has got some different products. And one of them sounded quite interesting. In other words, she says, I do the same thing you do. And she uses like rubbing alcohol. And I'm not sure what percentage alcohol. But she uses it. And plus she's a healthcare person too. So she uses it on her clients. But the point is, she's made this alcohol into a spray. So, you've got, like I said, you need a vehicle, okay? So my ointment and my cream, those are vehicles. I can spread that on and then my medicine gets into me, you know, by way of the vehicle. So, she's using rubbing alcohol as a vehicle to spray it. Spray it on you, and she says in it, I can't remember how the word she used, you know, but it disintegrates fast. It puts it into your system fast. And the whole idea is to get it in you, right? So I think that sounds good. And the point is, by me saying that is, I need to get her stuff, because that way, the reason she did that was because it's hard to reach. And these, like I got a place on my back I need to rub, okay? So I can rub where it hurts. I think I can reach that. And then I know I can do my chest and I can do under my arm. But just the idea of being able to spray it on and boom, it's on you, because it evaporates really fast. That was the word. Anyway, I'm excited that I met her. And maybe she can teach me some things, you know? She liked my idea too. And that is true because it's a moisturizer. Oh my, what it will do for you, certain people. It's lovely what it will do for you. And yes, I need to get about that. Sex is a very good way to take your medicine, people. Problem is, you need your right guy to do that. Could have that medicine pumping through me. Really. Anyway, just thinking, you know, I need my medicine inside me, blowing, pumping to every crevice, you know. Get that blood pumping. Carrying my medicine to me. I'll just have to do it other ways. That is the best way. I mean, how? What a good way to take your medicine, huh? Hey, it's time for my medicine. Come here. You know, like some things you take every 6 hours. Or as needed. Anyway, that's enough of that. For you people who are able to do that, you think about it. Goes, aha. Very good way to take your medicine. Lazy day, just right for loving away. Baby, you and me. I don't know the rest. Da 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 da. I think that's Mamas and Papas. Thank you so much for the comments. I appreciate the blessings because I need them. I'm excited that I already have this medicine made that I have not been taking. How dumb. But I have some, so I have started. I just have to have a lot more. You know, Rick Simpson oil is really great. And then there are those who use it in a different way. I wonder if it's still as good for you, or if it's good for you. You know, there are some people who think you got to smoke it, but I'm telling you, you got to get it in your system. And what I came up with is a good way. That way you don't have to smoke it. You can rub it on your skin, or you can put it on your gums, underneath your tongue. I mean, even my ointment, I call it an ointment, it's coconut oil. It is not going to hurt you. And what I use to emulsify it, sunflower lecithin, it's good for you too. You can take that every day as a supplement, a nutritional supplement. I don't know what it does for you. I just know if you can take it as a supplement, it means it's not going to hurt you, right? Hopefully. I guess I can't say that. So it's Rick Simpson oil, which is the medicine off of the plant after the alcohol is extracted. You know, you extract the medicine with the alcohol, and then you evaporate the alcohol off. And what's left is your medicine. So that is a natural deal. And then lecithin is good for you, and coconut oil is good for you. So no harm. Edible. Stick it in your mouth. That's what I did. I rubbed it all over my gums and under my tongue. And it does melt. It doesn't stay solid. You know, in the jar, 75 degrees and above, it's liquid. It's turning to liquid if it's not liquid by 75. You know, it's right on the cusp. 74 and below is solid. So point is, you stick it in your mouth and you've got 98.6 degrees. It melts quick. And it does seep into your skin, your veins. Get it into your system. So there's other places to stick it, but for the most part, just stick it in your mouth, under your tongue, rub it on your gums, massage it in. Okay, so I'm a-walking, and I haven't griped too much yet, huh? I mean, the wind's blowing, but I got the right coat on. It's blocking it, so it's not going through. Like my knit sweater, you know, the wind just went right into it. And all them little holes that a knitted thing would have. Okay, so I need to make a list of things I need to do that I ought to do. One is, all right, Dad's doctor told him to just take that emergency once a day. I'm not sure what her reasoning was for that. But like I've mentioned in a previous, in a previous video, I mentioned something. I got distracted by the neighbor. I don't remember what it was. I do mention things and then I re-mention them, huh? Never know who heard what. Ouch. Or if they grabbed it or not. That is a cute car. It's really not a good idea for me to drive by myself. I need a buddy. For more reasons than one, but you know, that helps you stay awake. It makes the ride, the trip, a lot faster. I mean, yeah, I got a lot on my mind, but do I want to listen to my mind all the time? Besides that, I might put myself to sleep. Yeah. Everything's kind of gone away. I don't have my stuff, you know. If I was planning a trip, I would have my favorite music ready to go. So all I had to do was put in a CD and just jam, you know. But still, it's a good idea to have company. I get hypnotized too easy. I'll be thinking away. Next thing you know, I'm dreaming of what I'm thinking, you know. Neighborhood is on the move. On the move. I need to be on the move. I do. I need a car. But you know, getting a car involves a lot of things too. I've let a lot of things run out. Like I don't have insurance now. I used to have insurance. But it ran out in February, I believe. And really, they don't want to insure me because I'm not in Colorado. I need to go back and get everything reinstated. Like my car will have one more month that it can drive before I have to register it. It's a little Toyota. It's a nice little car. You know, it's it's been through the war. Living out there on the, I don't know what you call it, on the land. We'll say on the land. Chasing goats and chasing cows. It's gotten a lot of dirt up in there. And up in the engine and the brakes and all that good stuff. Maybe just in the brakes. We have had trouble with the brakes. But other than that, the Toyota's been great. But what I started to say is, you know, I just don't know. It's so far to drive up here. And we've got to have a vehicle that works. I mean, whoever's living on the property's got to have a way out. So we got vehicles. But having them registered and insured, you know, insured first and then registered to drive on the road, no, we don't. Everything is lapsed. See, if I go to Denver, I don't even know if I got a way to get to the house. Which is not a house. My homestead, okay? I got power, and I got a well, so we've got water as long as we go get it in the tank and bring it and hook it up. And I've got running water, just not set up correctly. Everything needs to be done better. But I could go home, grab my little Toyota, so for really I need to grab my truck. So that's the deal. I gotta have money to insure it and register it before I can drive it anywhere. Unless I just sell it. I can sell it as is right this minute. And I would like to get myself a vehicle that makes good gas mileage, gets good gas mileage. I want to be able to hit the road and go. You know, go spend a month or two with my daughter, my grandkids. Just go visit. And while I'm in Pennsylvania, maybe I could visit Leah Rose, and Aunt Bonnie. Uncle Johnny. And here before long, I think they always try to come out here. I don't know if they made it last year. That Bonnie and Uncle Johnny's house had a fire or something. Something happened that it destroyed. Seems like it was like an oil furnace that exploded or something. I don't know all the details. All I know is they had major things they were doing last year, so I don't think they made it out here last year. So I wonder what's going on this year with the family. What are the plans? And who is going by down 80? You know, if somebody's here on the west and they're headed down 80, take me with you. 80 goes within an hour of my place. And there's no having to go into the city or anything. You stay on 80, the freeway. You get off at a little teeny town called Kimball, and you go an hour south. And then there's just a little jig jog, and you're at my place. Yeah, that would be perfect if somebody was leaving here and going by 80. Or even close there, you know. Or even going to Denver. Fort Collins is an hour and a half from my place. Denver's 2 hours from my place. I'm talking about downtown Denver, okay? The airport is actually only an hour and a half from my place. But, you know, that's what I got to figure out. If I got a ticket to go to Denver, then how do I get home? And once I get home, how do I move my stuff? You know, I'll be dead in the water here without some moolah. It takes money to make money. So what I've got to do is advertise from here and have Joe show them. And then we'll have to figure it out from there. There's things we can do. I need to get I know, I keep repeating things, okay? I'm sorry. I need to get an address label so I can go ahead and print it up and send it to Joe. Make sure it's all readable so that I make sure I don't lose documents, because what I want him to send me is my stuff. You know, it's got my documents in it. My birth certificate, my social security card, things that I need. I might want to be getting me a passport here before long. So I probably should endeavor to do that. But I also need to apply for help. If I apply for help and qualify for Medicaid, then I won't have to pay that $170 every month that they're taking out of my check. That could go in my pocket. And then any medical bills that I have, Medicaid steps in. Whatever Medicare doesn't take care of, Medicaid does. So I need to get that done instead of being stupid. So I do qualify for help. You know, like I would probably qualify for food stamps and help with my medical. That would just be lovely. Plus, if I could get $170 more every month in my check, wouldn't that be lovely? So I should do that. Need to beat myself in the butt. Kick myself in the butt. How would you call it? But yeah, I need to ask the neighbor about this car. I do know that it's expired. The license plate on the back is expired. So it's definitely not being used. And it's on a pavement. I know, I've showed you before. That little green thing. It's not such a bad color. Green is not my color, but it's really not bad. It's more like a lime. I need to look those cars up. It's a Chevrolet Spark. Wonder what kind of mileage it gets. And then here's my other dilemma, not knowing where I'm going to go. My driver's license is fixing to expire too. My birthday. It will expire on my birthday, which is May 28th. So what? March. I got 2 months and a little bit. Actually, just a day, right? Is today the 27th? I think it is. So I need to go home and take care of business. And before it gets hot, I got to remember it's going to get hot. I can remember not wanting to do a damn thing when it's hot. Except for being in front of an air conditioner. And then in the winter, it's too cold and snowy and way cold to try to get anything done. So you do have to target those seasons. And the problem is the seasons change all the time. Like Jesse had mentioned before, you can be in Denver and have all 4 seasons in one day. What a trip. So yeah, I had hail. I had hail in July. Last year when I went home for 5 weeks. I went home for the month of July. And we had hail while I was there. I was just crazy. And it was big hail. Ba-boom, ba-boom. I did a video on it. It's a little short. And I didn't take it out, so it should still be. I think I got over 1,000 views on it. But I could be wrong. My memory. I don't want to say anything bad about my memory. But it's true. I do only remember what's important because there's too much to try to remember. And so if something's coming in and you don't deem it important, you don't try to remember it. I got other things in there. I think I slept last night without, I might have started it with my noise, but it shut off. And I was probably listening to myself. But the problem with that, the thing that I don't like, and I got to figure out how to get over that, is I'll put me on, be listening to me, and then a commercial will come on, and then if you don't stop that commercial, then that's what is playing, is the commercial. And I don't like that. And I don't like trying to get a point across to somebody, and they be listening. The next thing you know, there's a commercial in the middle of my stuff. So, I haven't tried to get monetized. I guess monetized is where you get paid. And it seemed like you'd have to do an astronomical amount of views and stuff to get anything. But I just, if they're going to put commercials on my stuff, then it must mean it's good enough to get paid. But what does that really mean? How many views do you got to get? I just passed 61,000. I'm so excited. I know this is going to be a stupid statement, but I'm going to hope and pray that everything's going to be okay for me to live a lot longer. I am going to go full force with my stuff, and I do need to do some research. And I looked up online this morning I want to get medical marijuana, but see, I'm not just trying to get the marijuana. I want to talk to a doctor. I want to know what it is they think that I should be doing, because I do believe in it. And I do know that they've got a certain regimen with the Rick Simpson oil. It's like 64 grams that you have to take, I believe is what it takes. And you start out I think they've got a sensor over there that talks to you and says, you're being recorded. That's what I heard part of it. Anyway, I don't blame them. They need something so they can see what's going on. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. Yes, I know. I was talking and got interrupted. Just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my baby. Show me that you're mine, girl. Oh, yeah. Do 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 do. Do do. Da 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 da. Da da. I got sent to New York because I wouldn't leave the boy across the street alone. And that was after we had been caught. You know, we'd been dating quite a while. And I don't know if you could call it dating. We were young and we were just hanging out. I didn't really have great dates, to say. But anyway, what was the point of that? Oh, I was sent to New York. Okay, so the reason I said that is to the music, because music was different there than where I was. It was pretty cool, but it was like they were more advanced or something. I just listened to different channels maybe, but a lot of Motown. I love Motown. I love to dance, you know. But you can't consider Three Dog Night Motown, okay? So Three Dog Night and The Who. There was just a whole lot of different kinds of music playing that had psychedelic tendencies. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, but like if you were doing psychedelics, your mind is tripping some, and those songs would help you trip. Does that make sense? Maybe they were spurred on by tripping too. But you know, there's a lot of them. You can't say that. I'm not saying that about everything, okay? But like way back when, Marshall Tucker Band, let's see, Steve Miller Band. I can hear them playing in my head. My second husband introduced me to that music. Jake Giles. So that's another one. They all have end with the band. Jake Giles or Jay Giles, one or the other. Band. I had a cousin that introduced me to Frank Zappa. Not the person, but his music. And I was just 16. I was 16 at that time. We were on a trip. We lived in Sandy, Utah. We had an old truck and a camper, and we went on a trip back to New York City. Not New York, but we went to Palmyra. We went to a lot of things. Some of them had to do with the church. Palmyra had to do with the church. So we were going on a, what would you call it? We were touring places that had to do with the church. And we were visiting family. And I was just a little teenage kid, okay? Like I said, 16. So it was mom and dad's deal. And Niagara Falls, we went to Niagara Falls. My hair turned while we were in New York, because that's where Aunt Bonnie and Uncle Johnny lived. We probably went to see them too. Anyway, went to bed with straight hair, woke up with the curliest locks, curtain locks, like Shirley Temple. Anyway, the moisture in the air had a lot to do with that. And we had taken a couple of girls from across the street with us. So they got to experience all that. And I'm sure we went down to North Carolina after that. I can't say I'm sure. But if you go all the way across the country, you would probably do that too. Since we were from North Carolina, and there were a lot of relatives there. But that was a long time ago. But in Michigan, my mother had a sister. There were two groups of children in Mother's family, okay? Mother is the oldest of her full-blooded siblings. And then her dad, let's see, her dad had been married to somebody else and she died. So those children already existed. And then her dad married her mother. And she was the oldest of those children. So I'm not sure how many brothers and sisters she had. I'm thinking, I know it's not important to all you people, but I'm thinking my mother and my Aunt Joanne, Uncle Bill, Uncle David, and Roger. And I'm thinking if all those were the same mom and dad, then that's 5. And then she had Aunt Janice, Aunt Margie. You know what? I can't say for a fact. I don't want to say it wrong. Aunt Janice might be full-blooded, but I'm thinking Aunt Janice and Aunt Margie. And maybe it was David. I don't know. Did I say a David? David died of suspicious circumstances. Not sure if he was killed or they're not sure of how he actually died. I know Bill and Roger and Joanne were direct blood siblings of Mother's. So maybe David was from the first group. So David and Janice and Margie. So if that's true, so that's still, what is that, 7? That's the only ones I know of, okay? And I know Uncle Bill. I can't say that either. I started to say I know Uncle Bill died in war. But I'm not really sure if he did. I remember Aunt Margie and Aunt Janice. And I remember for sure Roger, of course. And then it almost seems like I remember Uncle Bill. But if so, I was a tiny thing. But I do have memories from when I was really little. I had told you guys, I think, that I remembered laying in the laundry. I was small enough that the laundry encompassed me. But I also remember looking up, and maybe not from laying on the floor, but looking up in the laundry room and looking up at the top of the washer. Are you seeing me? Like the top of the washer is way up there. So I was little. And then I got a memory of my mom and dad dancing in the living room, probably. They were dancing at home. And I was in between their legs, trying to reach up to them, trying to reach up to Mom and Dad that were dancing with me between their legs. It was a trip. So I'm just saying, those memories are there, and they're real. So your little children have memories too. Maybe not all of them, but I sure do. Like the time the boat came in the house. That was a real memory. And when Dad told me the year and all that stuff, because it was a documentary on TV. That's what made him talk about it, because there it was. These hurricanes that went through New Bern, North Carolina. Anyway. So the timeline put me at just around a year old. Craziness. So I'm not sure if Nathan had been born yet, or if I was a year and a little bit, All I know is we lived in North Carolina, in New Bern, North Carolina. And we were surrounded by rivers, you know. So I looked at the map for New Bern, North Carolina. Just look on your maps and put that in there. New Bern, North Carolina. And it'll show you so much water. So when the river swells, it comes into the town. Memories of way back then. What do I remember? I remember going to the river a lot, but I was always afraid of the water. And I think they threw me in, and that just made it worse. It didn't help me out. No. Sink or drown. Or no, what is it? Swim or drown? Swim or sink, something. Anyway. I'm too panicky. I would love to be able to not have to panic. Just know that I could glide through the water and be safe. Which I could if I could get it coordinated. The breathing and the... Hello, guys. They're not looking at me at all. I doubt you'll see them. You see over there? If there was any way for you to make your screen bigger. Two beautiful dogs up there on the roof. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. Do 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 do. Up on the roof. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I can't get it. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, do 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 do. Under the boardwalk. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Dum da 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 dum. Do 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 do. I wish that everything could just be simple. I told Dad, you know, you don't gotta hurry up and sell the house. We could just lock it up for a little bit. Someone has to be here with him for a little while, and then I'll most likely be back. I just need to go take care of business. Meaning, I am divorced. And I have things I need to settle with my ex. And just period, I just want to get things taken care of and get them off my plate. Does that make sense? Off my plate. But I could go to Colorado and pick up my truck and take it to Kansas. In other words, I could take some things, pack up some things, and my tools and some supplies, maybe. You know, I could even take those cupboards out of my house. They're already there, they're already stained. I didn't buy any upper cabinets though, just the bottom. But really, I think in that kitchen, there's not much room. Like if I use the same wall that has cupboards on it, wouldn't be a whole lot of cupboards because there's a window there too on that same wall. You'd have the bottom cupboards. And then just a couple. Most likely just a couple of cupboards on the side there. In other words, you're looking straight in the kitchen. On the bottom, you got a stove And then you've got the place for the sink, which is a metal cabinet, but we can take that out. And then room for 2 cupboards on the side. So up above those 2 cupboards, you can have 2 cupboards on the wall. And then you've got a window. And then over the stove does not have a vent. I mean, you could put up a cupboard just for that reason if you wanted to put up a vent, which is a possible idea. Gives you a little bit more storage for your dishes. The stove worked really well, but I've been gone a long time. Been gone 10 years. It's the way I see it anyway, it's at least 10 years. I'm not sure of the exact time when I left there. I know Clyde was just 3 or 4 months old when we lived in that little house. So I was figuring out exactly what year he was born. It would tell me that. And now I don't have my Facebook. It's amazing how much stuff you rely on for Facebook. I mean, you know, putting pictures on there because you want to get rid of them elsewhere. Putting pictures on there because you don't want to lose them, which I have lost my pictures over the years many times. So I just have to depend on my mind to see those things, and then other people. If anybody else has pictures that they could help me with, would be cool. Would be really cool. So I think I've got to figure it out, but I think I'm going to start a whole nother Facebook page. I need to, because I rely on Facebook for the marketplace, for buying things and selling things, and I love keeping track of everybody. I just don't know if I'll ever get everybody back. But I could at least send out invites to those that I have. Because, see, when I lost Facebook, I also lost my Messenger. The whole caboodle together. So all the communication I've been doing through Messenger is no more. I hope any of you that came from Facebook that had me as a friend, or new friends that had me as a friend, please post on your thing and tell them that my Facebook page was taken. It was purposely taken. So I do not know what their purpose is. I hear you, but I don't see you. There you are, walking on top of the roof over there. Up on the roof. I'm gonna walk across the street. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea. Yeah, on a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. Under the boardwalk. Do, 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 do. All right, I'm going to try to share these dogs with you. I know it's probably a mute point. You've already seen them. Yeah, what kind of dog are you, Bubba's? Maybe you're not what I thought. Yeah, you look more like a pit bull or some type of one of those. Yes, I see your tail wagging. You're such a sweetheart. As long as you don't be growling, I'll be happy. I see they've got a cupboard sticking out. That's a mess. There's so many neat projects. You know, I used to love Facebook, so I will have to do that somehow. What am I trying to say? Okay, look up at the doggy, the pretty little doggy. Can you see the dog? Yes, you got 4 white paws. And here comes a golden. What are you, Miss Golden? Miss or Mister? Okay. Do, 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 do. Anyway. Yes, I do. I like you too. Okay, so I'll walk back across the road here in a minute. And And actually I can do it right there. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Do do. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea. Yeah. Ah! See, the road just disappeared on me, damn it. See, and that's why it's been hurting. My back hurts. Now I know why. Anyway, you know, if you've been listening to my videos for a while, you've heard me complaining about my back. That was one of the reasons I've been walking, to try to make my back feel better. Also that I need to walk because of the cancer. So, okay, I started to say earlier some of the things I need to do, and I need to make a list, okay? This is not necessarily what she has told me, meaning my naturopath. And yeah, if I had money, I need to go back to her, but she'd probably fill my ear full of not happiness, you know, because I took my first consultation and then I just couldn't afford the rest of it. I couldn't afford to take those medications, but I should have, because some of her things that she wanted me to take, I don't know if you can get them anywhere else, but there was something that would make it so that the cancer cells could not stick to anything. You know, like right now it's in my back, it's in my chest, and I'm not sure wherever else. It's around my breast. But I definitely should have been taking that, and I don't know what the name of that product is, but it stops the cancer from attaching to anything. But I am going to suck down my medicine. And if for no other reason, I need to go home for that reason. So I need to make some more. And I've already invested in all the equipment. Plus I already have some made, which I need to start taking in heavy doses. Heavy doses. La da 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 da. All right, so what's a lovely song to sing? I need a lovely song. I don't know any. When I was so young. So even when I was 15, the music was really good. So I'm not sure what year that is. Late 60s. Yeah, late 60s. There's a puppy dog coming for a walk. That looks like a border collie. Pretty dog. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Okay, I'm going to show you the sky. Just, you know, just cool. Not ferocious or anything, just kind of lackadaisical. Like me. It's a beautiful dog. I'm going to take a picture, okay? Or just a video.
Sounds good.
That's a border collie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's his name? Or her name?
Her name's Roan.
Rose?
Roan.
Rogue?
Roan. R-O-N-E.
Okay, Roan. Well, that's a different name. But you're sure beautiful. And is it boy or girl then?
It's a girl.
Okay. We like girls. I like girls anyway. She's beautiful. Okay. All right, so I'm in the middle of the road. Do 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 do. Okay, so I need a different song. I don't know if I could sing Dog Star. I need to really listen to those guys again. I kind of put that on the back burner. But I do love them. Excellent. Give me music to make me move. I'd be happy. Da 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 da. Oh, they're excited because the dog is coming. Now we have action. The gold one is just running back and forth, tail wagging as big as it can. And now the black one's doing the same thing. They're so cute. I wonder if they've ever fell off. That is so far down. 2 stories and then 1 story. Okay, so I know. I just gotta get on the phone, I guess. I need to call I need to figure out a way to get home. Maybe I'll call the dog grooming place and see if just by some chance she's going to Denver. It's one of the ladies that works at the dog grooming place has children in Denver. And last year when I went with Nancy, she went too. So you just never know who's traveling the beaten path, you know? It is really easy to get to my place. You leave Kennewick and you get on, I guess you get on 395, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not gonna say, but you leave Kennewick and you get to a road called 84. No, I'm not sure if that's an interstate or what, but the numbers are 84. And then you take that 84 down into Ogden. And in Ogden, you turn off at 84 onto 80. So that would be to the left, I imagine, because you are going to be going east. I started to say go west, young man. But you're going to be going east from Ogden to, I don't know where it ends up. But I know that 80 goes clear into Pennsylvania. I mean, if I had a vehicle that I trusted and the money for the gas, I'd be hitting the road. I'd be showing up and saying, hey, I've come to stay. You ready for me? Are you ready for me, Jessica Lynn? I know. I've stayed away because I know you're not ready for me. I think you'll be more ready to see me on the other side than before the other side. And there is another side. In other words, we're going to be leaving the earth. Now, we all picture heaven as way up there, you know? But I'm wondering if it isn't right here. You know how there's different dimensions? Like the 5th dimension. That's a band or as a group, whatever. Maybe they didn't play instruments. They might have just sang. But what was my point? Oh, dimensions. So, heaven or the spirit world can be right here. Just you can't, they're in a different realm, but the same area, you know? I know I use that word a lot. You know. All right, so I just unbuttoned my coat with some air in there. So, that's what I need to do. Maybe I should put the word out at church and ask if anybody is going. People in the church tend to be going back and forth a lot. I've got to research ways to get home, where I go and then how to get home from there. To be like the old days, which I never did, guys. I picked up hitchhikers, but I was never a hitchhiker. But I wouldn't mind people like me picking me up, taking me somewhere. It's just you can't count on that. So I was on my way to work one day, and I was a young thing, okay? My daughter was like maybe 3. Geez, I don't even know. She might have been 2. I moved into this little duplex and into this nice little neighborhood over there in the Cascade Park area on Mill Plain, off of Mill Plain. And the bar in the neighborhood, which I found out later, was called The Remedy. And what I'm saying, it was a tavern, okay, and it wasn't far away. I never did develop a taste or even try really for beer. I can't stand beer. I don't like how it tastes, and I don't like how it smells. And then I had experiences with a husband who drank too much beer. And I think he was just unhappy. An unhappy camper, and wasting so much money on beer. What an idiot. We were children. I got to remember that. We were children. You know, just picture yourself at that age making such big decisions about life. Shouldn't do it. No. Nope, nope, nope. La 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 la, up on the roof. He's over there now. Okay, he was sitting down. Now he's up. He or she. I can't tell. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Okay, so Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. What all did they do? They were pretty big back then when I went to New York also. But I don't remember what their music was. Kind of like folk songs, you know. I like folk songs, but I don't remember what they are. So I will have to look that up. Tell me some folk songs from 1969. So I think I started, just don't know. I was thinking I started high school when I was, I just don't know what year and what years were high school there. You know, because you'd go to some places and the 9th grade was not high school, and other places it was. So 9, 10, 11, 12, that's what I went to in Sandy, Utah. And that's when I met the boy across the street. You know, so some things are popping up in my head, like maybe the 9th grade was junior high. And then we went into high school. That kind of rings a bell. So 7th, 8th, and 9th would probably be junior high. 10, 11, and 12 was high school. All I know is, I believe in the 9th grade, I graduated in 72. So that was 71, 72. So the 11th grade was 70, 71. And the 10th grade was 69, 70. And the 9th grade was 68, 69. So that probably is how it was. I remember one thing that happened that is still with me to this day. And I don't think it was in that high school. It had to have been in junior high. I can see the school. Okay, so what happened was, I don't know if you know that yet, but I'm a stickler. I'm a perfectionist. Anyway, and I studied for the test, and I got a word wrong because she couldn't read it. So here's my point. Let's see. In cursive, my N's don't look like N's. They look like R's. And up until this day, I still find myself correcting that R into an N. So, I never did learn how to do it right, or I wouldn't have to keep trying to fix it. So it's amazing. Da 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 da. Up on the roof. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Under the boardwalk. All right, I need to get off of that song. So, Three Dog Night. The one I remember the most is Mama told me not to come. That ain't the way to have fun. No, Anyway, I went to a party and there was a strange smell around. So there was marijuana there. I can't remember all the words. And then you've got Leonard Skinner, I believe. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? All right, I gotta get back in the street. Well, I feel good that I'm getting some walking done. And I do have to do it slow. Now I know what's going on with my back. Man, you guys, I guess if you got pains and you don't understand why, and you need to have them checked out. I just figured it was old age. So all those problems I was having after my surgery, my reconstructive surgery, I had not had a recent PET scan. So I don't know what kind of situation I had going on, you know. I just know that I had a problem and we figured it was sciatica. And then it did, you know, after 2 or 3 weeks. It was more like 3 or 4 weeks, but it did go away. So I assumed that's what it was. But I have been walking for more than one reason, but hopefully I was hoping to get rid of that pain, you know, that was lingering some. I haven't been taking pain meds. I did call my doctor today to see if they'd give me some, but I don't know if they called anything in. I think if they called something in, Walmart would let me know. But he asked me if I was in pain, and I said, oh no, no pain. What a liar. I didn't think about it, you know, it just was an instant reaction to what he said. Was, no, I'm not in any pain. And he goes, you're not? Because he expected me to be in pain. So I realized, it wasn't that long after I realized, you know, I'm in pain. I felt the tightness in my chest, but I'm talking about my back. I'm having a hard time bending over. So I find myself doing the thing where I hold my back tight and I squat down gently, trying not to have a problem. Anyway. Ba-dum-da-dum. I need to find the best newspaper, closest one to me, and put an ad in the paper. Or call and see if there's a way to just put it online instead of putting it in the paper. I need the best place to advertise close to me in Colorado, and the best place to advertise close to me in Downs, Kansas. And I'm not sure what to do. I need to talk to a real estate agent and just find out some things, like if there's a market for my property there in Colorado. I mean, if they know people, if property's moving and if they know people that are right ready or not. And then really, I just need to do what I did before. I mean, I kept looking and looking and looking for property that I could afford. But I also, with that Carlton Sheets course that I took, there are ways to talk to people who own their houses and get deals going on without having to go to a bank. You know, it makes a problem for everybody going to the bank. I mean, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, like that double-edged sword. But like somebody that's going to go buy a house that's very expensive, and everything's expensive. But what I mean is, they need to, if they're going to pay on a contract for 30 years and they're paying a bloody fortune, yeah, they need to have an inspection and have it all, find out what's good and bad about their place, you know, see what they can get done from the people. But then there's also people who can't come up with the money to get a loan, but they have a way to make payments, you know, like rent. And there is a thing called rent to own. Scare me to death. Okay, I don't want to die yet. Anyway, rent to own. Which is a good way, you know, then you come up with a certain amount down and you feel like you're buying your house. You have ownership to a point. And that's the way it is with a bank. Make sure you understand that the bank is the one who owns that house. When you're buying a house and you get a loan from the bank, they're putting their money out for that house. And if you mess up, they get the house. See, I love that right there. Father riding a bike with his child. They have, he's got an electric car. Not the kind that adult people have that are going to sit in it and drive away. But I'm talking about remote control cars, okay? They'll be out playing in those, or with those. So I didn't say my words right. Driving them all over the road, you know, up the driveways and stuff. It's just neat to see father and, I will say son, but you know, father and child, because we all want attention from our mother and our father. So it's pretty cool. I like to see that. Happy homes. I wrote a paper. I wrote a lot of things, but I said, happy homes affect the adults our children soon come to be. You know, give them a happy childhood. Hope for the future. Love. Don't tear them down. Don't make them feel like they're not worth anything, because they're worth everything. I hear kids screaming over there, meaning happy yells from a ball game. I'm going to have to listen to some songs because I want to sing. I like to sing. That song is still monopolizing my brain. Children, I love them. When you're a kid yourself, sometimes you don't like kids, you know. Hi. I'm doing great. I'm happy about you guys playing. Sweet. I don't know if I want to break in the helmet, boy. In other words, that means...
He's got a staple in his head already?
Really?
Yeah, tried to slow him down.
Hi. Well, the whole thing is, hey, no fear. Just don't kill yourself, boy.
Exactly. He's right on the cut, bro. He's going to live life to the full.
That's cool. It really is.
He's pretty talented, though.
Huh?
He's pretty talented, though, so he's learning quick to get those elbows out.
Yeah, I crashed on a motorcycle once. So I wish somebody would have let me know to get off the damn bike. You know, like you see a crash coming, all you got to do is let that bike go.
The bike will heal, but...
Yeah, no, it wasn't fun. I crashed, the bike hit the tree, and I flew off this way, and I landed into a stack of pallets. You know how they had a corner? That corner right into my chest. I thought I was gonna die. I mean, I really did. It took my breath away, man. So don't be doing that.
Yes, yes. You hear that? If the bike's going, you just let go of it and bail. If it looks like it's going for something.
Yeah, but we talking about a motorcycle, so he won't have to worry.
I don't know. He's ready to go down the biggest hill, so it might be good.
I believe it.
Tuck and roll.
You just make sure you teach him all that.
Seriously.
How to escape accidents without killing yourself. Anyway. You too, Bubba. Okay, I gotta think of another song. I want to do the boardwalk. Yeah, I wish my legs, you know, we take for granted. I was just picturing skating on the boardwalk, okay? Back in and out and in and out, like all these people do. I would love that. But I don't think my legs and my knees are strong enough for that. We gotta take care of business. Okay, it's starting to rain. We'll see what it's doing when I get back down there to my house. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Johnny Angel, how I love him. And I pray that someday he'll love me. Uh-oh. And together.
You even got the gloves to do it.
You did good. He's already trying to learn the crashing, huh?
Working on those power slots.
Yeah, it's raining pretty good now. Let's see. Oh my. Surely I haven't walked that long. It's at 1 hour and 22 minutes. There's no way. No way I walked that long. If so, then I'm doing pretty good. I tell you what, it's raining fairly well right now. I think I will go back to the house. Okay, so back to Johnny Angel. Johnny Angel, how I love him. And I pray that someday he'll love me. And together we will, I don't know the words. Together we will feel how happy heaven will be. Okay, nothing in there for Lou. Water. You know what? Okay, so I started to say a list of things, and maybe I should just write the list, and then I can tell you as I do. And what it is, okay. Do 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 do. Okay, stop that. Okay. Okay, so I just got to get the word out. Who is going to be traveling from here to there and going past, from what I mean is I'm in Kennewick, okay? And I need to go from Kennewick to my place. It's over by Sterling in Colorado. It's a half an hour before Sterling, and an hour and a half past Fort Collins. So right there in between the two on Highway 14, and you'll be real close to my place, real close. You know, I said it's inconveniently located to most people in America. However, for those who are traveling right through that area, it is not. It is so easy, and you don't got to go into the city, and you don't have to hassle with all that traffic. I have a bad phobia. I do not want to go into Denver. Mostly of several things. Um, One was when I was married to Joe. In the beginning, I did all the driving, but in the end, he was doing all the driving. And it's so hard to trust somebody else, their driving. And then it's not just their driving. Going into Denver, oh my God. I don't know if it was just always that way with the traffic, but we tended to be there when there was a lot of traffic. And then you're switching lanes, you know, and your new lanes are coming in, and then lanes are going off, and so you're not sure exactly where to be. And it's not just that. We're driving in a little car, waiting for someone else to crash into us, okay? So it's not necessarily the one driving's problem, but it is if we get killed. And it's not funny. So there's my phobia. I don't want to drive into Denver. So like if I was trying to, right now, I want a medical marijuana doctor, okay? And I'm not just trying to get a card. I want their expertise. You know, I feel like I know what I'm doing. And I know from experience that I do have the medicine in my stuff. But I'm not sure about dosing. I just need to find out what the rules are. But what I looked at online anyway is $150. It's $50 for the appointment. And then if they actually accept you, then that $50 goes towards your card and appointment, which is $150. So you'd have another $100 to pay. And then I just need to know what are the benefits of having the card. But really, I wanted to talk to a doctor. I mean, for reals. Because I believe in it. I don't want a card just so that I can, I mean, that is a good reason to have it, okay? Let me just say, to try to keep yourself out of trouble, have your card. But that card doesn't work in any other state. It only works for this one. And I'm not sure how much you can have to carry on you anywhere, but it does give you some protection. It's just too bad that it's not all. It should all be legal, and you should be able to do whatever you want to. And then they should spend their time giving expert advice to the people who really need it. Dosing. I don't know. I'm just going to overdose. That's what I'm going to do. And overdosing doesn't mean it's going to kill you, people. It just means maybe it'll work. And, you know, if the side effects is that you're getting high, well, oh well, people. What's wrong with that? I mean, really, look at what you're trying to get us to do. Chemotherapy. My daughter, not my daughter, I call her my daughter. I love my Carly like she's my daughter because she was with me for 5 years. With me all the time, most of the time. The point was I loved her to pieces, you know, and she was in my life, and so I can't help myself. Then I got really upset because, you know, they can use that against you or play power trips and stuff. It's just sad what parents go through when they try to help. There you are, you're trying to help, and you find yourself in a mess. That expression, damned if you do and damned if you don't. But it doesn't matter. The point is, I love my babies. I love my daughter. Wish I could go back in time and change everything. Can't do it though. Anyway, I'm curious as to how come I've been on here that long, because I don't think I must have talked before I went out and walked, but I thought I went right out and walked. So, I always liked the Johnny Angel movies. Let's see, so what was that? I sang one song about it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Do 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 do. You would cry too if it happened to you. Do 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 do. Judy's wearing his ring. What a birthday surprise. Do 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 do. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to sing that song, not cool. Kathy's Clown is kind of like on those levels and might be the same. Anyway, I just want some happy songs. So what's some happy songs? Make me happy. Okay, so I was going to make a list. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to just start out with a couple things here. I wonder if I want to, let's see if this pen writes. Do, 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 do. No, I need a smooth writing pen. One that will just glide across the paper. Otherwise, I just want to throw them away. Could be that the ink is just cold. Okay, so that one is going to write, I think. Good enough. So, things that I want to do that I haven't totally been told to do, but that I feel would be good. Okay, so vinegar. 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 Okay, and they have, so you want the, like the brag, you want vinegar that has the mother still in it. Okay, and I'm not sure how they say if it's raw, because that's a big deal. Organic and raw, and let's see, organic is a big deal with other things. I don't know about vinegar, but it will still be the same. So what you're doing is you're getting this vinegar into you. Now, my grandmother, Smith, used to drink, I don't know how much she took, and it wasn't really drink. I don't know how she took hers. She might have just put it in a tablespoon and took it like that. But you should dilute it. If you're taking vinegar, you need to dilute it some. So, we've got a little 4-ounce glass. A little teeny, let's see, I should go get one. Teeny like this. And like this tall. In fact, I think I will. Maybe I'll just go ahead and go take some vinegar and show you. I don't think I've done that yet. So now, when you go look for the vinegar, okay, that one brand is called Bragg. But there's a generic form that has the mother in it. You want the mother, okay? And what I started to say was raw, unrefined, with mother. If that is a possibility, I will go look at the jar, see what it says. But anyway, these days you can get it with honey already added. And with ginger, they got all kinds of different vinegar concoctions that you can get. So it's already put together instead of you putting vinegar in and then trying to get lemon in and trying to get honey in and all that stuff. You just buy it already done. So take this jar and I put a little bit in it and then fill it up with water. And it's still just 4 ounces, okay? But you're getting your vinegar down. It goes down pretty smooth, pretty easy with the honey already in it. Now, I know ginger is supposed to be good for you, but I'm not sure what. I think there's a ginger one and there's a turmeric one. Or maybe they have ginger and turmeric in the same one. But my point is, I'm going to start taking vinegar. religiously. This is the stuff I'm going to do religiously, okay? And that means consistent. Ouch. That means every day, and I think I'm going to do every day, twice a day at least. So vinegar, I'm going to put 2 times a day. And then vitamin C, okay? Now, what I really need to do is get Boomers Forever Young, because it's in powdered form, that Boomer Boost. But it's not, and you know what? At home, I've got a container with powdered vitamin C. Wonder what it's called. Yeah, and I think that might have been in my plan too, you know, get this powdered vitamin C and get it in your system. And if it's good for cancer, I bet it is, then you should take it 5 times a day or more. Especially in powdered form, then it's going into your system. All right, vitamin C powder. I'm going to look that up. I did buy some. So I've got vitamin C powder, and I got all kinds of things at home. I was supposed to get like castor oil. Was it castor oil? I think it was. There was what she said was to do, I'm pretty sure it was castor oil and vitamin A. Comes in an oil, and then you mix the 2 together. And then I was supposed to rub that on my breast area. It's supposed to help turn cancer cells back to normal cells. See, isn't it amazing, these things I forget? But vitamin C, I believe that is a good thing. And so I'm going to tell you that little story again. I won't tell you the whole thing. But a dental hygienist told me that it was okay to take up to 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. But you don't take it all at one time, because vitamin C is one of those ones that you pee out. It doesn't stay in your system. So you take 1 or 2,000 at a time, and then after 2 or 3 hours, you take it again. So maybe, I don't know how many waking hours you have, you know, but you could take it when you first get up, and then you're going to take it at noon, and you're going to take it at 6, and you're going to take it when you go to bed, and then you can take it you take it in between. And I was trying to think of a word the other day, and what it was stagger. You can stagger out the amounts throughout the day and just realize you're going to pee it out. So take it first thing, depending on when you get up. So say you get up at 6, take it, and then take it again at 10. You know, they used to say Dr. Pepper, take it 10, 2, and 4. That was your breaks, 10, 2, and 4. Anyway, it's just a thought. You guys put it in your little head, and if you're going to take vitamin C, you just figure out the times and have it ready to take. But that powder, definitely, I should have that powder, doggone it. I'm glad I just remembered it anyway. Okay, so vinegar might be a vitamin C deal, I'm not sure. But vinegar is supposed to do so many things for you. I mean, there's a massive list. But it also kills bacteria. So like, hence the white vinegar, the clear vinegar, kills 99% of bacteria, I think is what it said. So you take the apple cider vinegar in your system, I would think that would help with that down in you, you know, so good thing to do. Vitamin C for sure, because I have heard of them taking, you know, naturopaths will do it. Now my naturopath didn't think there was enough evidence to warrant doing that. But if I had the money and I had a great naturopath, I would be having some vitamin C, those bags, IV solution and IV solution. A mega dose of vitamin C ran through my body. I would do that. And then another thing, you guys, if you have the money, find Life Works, Life, and then WORKS. There's one up in between Tacoma and Seattle. I believe there's one in Eugene. There might be one in Florida. But they have oxygen therapy also. I mean, they have different therapies. And I believe oxygen is something we all need. And it would be a good therapy to have. So I'm just going to put that down. If they just made it, if there's just a way we could just make our own oxygen, you know, and not have to worry about prescriptions and crap. So they've got it where you can't get oxygen without a doctor's prescription. And you got to be almost at death's door to get it. But here's the deal. I did sign up to do it. I just never did do it. And I'm not sure if the name is called, or if it's a unit called EcoQuest. But there's a place that sells these things, and I know that I've heard of them recently too. It oxygenates the air. It's a ozone maker or something. It does something with the ozone. And you can use this, it's like an air purification deal, but it does something atomically, or it does something that makes atoms heavy or something, and they fall to the ground. The dust falls to the ground instead of it breathing it in your lungs. And having a lot of dogs going in and out of the backyard and coming in, bringing in their dirt, and it's in the air, and the furnace is moving it around, and you're breathing that crap. You know, we could go in with a vacuum cleaner and suck off our lungs. I wonder how much hair would come out of there. You know, you can look up at everybody does it. Look up at the ray of sunshine coming into your house, okay? And look at the dust particles that are in that. There's all kinds of dust and hair and all kinds of stuff, and you're breathing that in. And I lived in a house full of dogs. I mean, for the last who knows how long, raising dogs and having them in the house. Can't do that. Shouldn't do that. Okay, so those two things. If I could get an oxygen, I'm going to put it down anyway. How do you spell oxygen? Oxygen. All right. So, one of those air purifiers does make oxygen. It puts out a weird kind of odor, the ozone thing, but it also takes odor away. I mean, the girl that was demonstrating it to me, and I didn't get it at the time, she was smoking a cigarette and blowing it right into the filter. She was demonstrating that filter, and then the smoke disappeared, and you couldn't smell the smoke. You couldn't smell the cigarette. So that was pretty cool. So I don't know. Look up EcoQuest or look up ozone. I was going to say ozonator. I don't know if that's how you'd say it. But it also works through the wall. You know, like you would think you'd need to have it in the same room with you everywhere, but I guess you don't have to. Under the boardwalk. Yeah, border collies are really cute, sweet. Not just cute, they're pretty dogs. I like their demeanor, their personality. They're just cute. Okay, so I know I've been on this thing way too long. Hour and 43 minutes, there's just no way. I talk so long. So, vinegar is something that I'm going to start doing twice a day, maybe even 3 times a day. And the very important thing about taking the vinegar is to dilute it, okay? I didn't know that. But you put a little bit in your glass and then you fill it up with water. And it's a small little glass, and that way you can drink it. You can drink it pretty fast. I mean, especially the one with honey. It goes down really smooth. So, I think I will go make one and show you what I'm talking about. And then Dad's going to want one too. And we did have an emergency, which is vitamin C and a B complex. And this powder, it's got an effervescent powder. It makes bubbles. It has fizz. But I was telling my Aunt Kathy about it. She says, yeah, I take that every day. There's my battery is little, so I got to stop that right there. And actually, I've got a charger over here, but I wanted to sit it down there. Okay. Hour and 45 minutes. Dadgummit. Okay, let's just hurry. I'll put on my glasses. Since I got you on the phone, basically, I'm going to take you and show you my vinegar. And the little glass that I'm talking about. Ow, that hurt. Ow. Okay. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. Under the boardwalk. Oh, Papa Bear, wake up.
Hey, did you get my basket? Crazy.
What basket? What are you talking about?
I called you and that word. Heartland was on.
Oh, no, I heard a little dot dot like a message had been left, but I didn't know you had called. Yeah, I've been walking and talking, and I'm going to show these guys before it gets off that vinegar. You want a vinegar drink? He didn't hear me. Anyway, okay, let me show you the vinegar. Okay, so what do they say? Apple cider vinegar, and then it's got honey. Shows it's got honey in it. It says organic, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother, and then it says honey. So they have, like I said, they have different ones. And then I'm going to show you the glass I'm talking about. See my hand, so you can tell that it's small size. So anyway, let's see. I just want to have hands free is what I want. So I'm going to take, actually I'm going to mix it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take, you see at the bottom of this glass, there's like a ring around it right there. That's where I pour it to. See? Okay, so then I'm going to put the rest of it water. And then drink it down. And I know that's at least, that's probably 2 tablespoons. I'd have to pour it out to find out. We need some measuring spoons around here. Anyway, I'm going to get some cold water. Put some cold, I've been putting Brita water inside these Dr. Pepper bottles. So that water is cold. Okay, so there. Water helps take the, like if you were taking regular vinegar, not with the honey, and you just drank it solid, I mean straight, it's gonna burn. It'll be burning just like whiskey would burn. So anyway, now I'm gonna show you me drink. So that's a glare. I can't show you the glare all the time. Under the boardwalk. Let's see, can you see? No, you can't. Okay, I'll just hold it. Hold the phone, try to get away from that glare. Okay, here we go. Cheers. You can taste the vinegar, but it does go down a lot better. And what I was trying to say is you should always dilute it. Don't just take a tablespoon and drink it, because it will burn you. It's kind of harsh on your insides, okay? Dilute it. Okay, I'm gonna let you go now. That glare is terrible, I'm sorry. Gonna make Papa Bear one too. So, I don't know what's gonna happen with my videos, okay? Because I am spending a lot of time on them when I should be probably doing other things. And I should make them more purposeful.
Are you kidding? I never knew 8 hours of straight sleep.
And I guess really what I should do is for those who want me to read the scriptures to them, I guess I should just do a little video with the scripture and not do all that talking. Because I'm sure there are people who want the scriptures that don't want to hear all my talking. And then there's people that want to hear my talking and don't want to hear scriptures. So you can pick and choose. Anyway, I guess what I should say is I love you guys, and I hope life treats you kind. And love yourself. And if life isn't treating you kind, then try to figure out a way to change that. I really don't know. I just know that I need a ride. I need to go to Colorado and take care of some stuff. And I need to at least grab some papers and my documents. But I'd really like to go and be able to take care of business at the same time. Otherwise, you know, some things I can just do by way of the mail. And I'm almost at 2 hours. That's crazy in the head. So, take care, y'all.
Yes, you are. That's why I love you.
And I'm going to figure it out. I need to figure out how to do podcasts.
What did you just say?
And I need to figure out a way to make some money. So you guys got some ideas, let me know. I do have a Cash App. And I understand that some people think, I don't know what they think, but it's a wonderful deal, Cash App. And I'm not even sure how I got on it. So it's probably an app. Get the app and then it'll probably get you started and tell you what to do. But you hook it to your bank account and then you're able to send money. Like Zelle. So far I've had trouble with Zelle. But you get to send money and it takes seconds. It does not take long and they don't charge you. Not to send cash. So it's been very nice to have. But some people worry about it being a bad thing. But I don't think it is. I think it's a very good thing. It's been good for me thus far anyway. I've sent Joe money in the past and lickety-split, he's got it. So, now, everybody out there, send me some money. That would be lovely. Okay, so here's my Cash App. I'm just going to tell you. Because if you want to donate, clear. If you want to donate, that would be wonderful. See, like even $5. But, seriously, what was I going to say? Okay, like I will have things for sale. Okay, so if you want to buy something, if you're able to use the Cash App, it just makes it lickety-split. It's not a bad thing. So, I don't know that I'm right, but try getting the Cash App and see if it runs you through everything. Because once you get it set up, it's just groovy grapes. So like I got a lot of things for sale in Colorado. My ex-husband, my friend, Joe, could be showing you guys and stuff, and then you can send me the money. Just depends on how things go. But yeah, I got things over there by Sterling. So it's a half hour west of Sterling. 25 miles west of Sterling, straight on Highway 14, and then just a little bit off of Highway 14. Very easy to find. All kinds of things. Got a lot of things for cattle. We had a few cows. We had fencing. I've got T-post and cattle panels and one cowlick stand You can put 3, what are those things called? 3 things of salt anyway. A solid is in a square, a block. A salt block, okay? So that thing will hold 3, and here I am sweating to death. I'm in the house with a coat on. Okay, 5 minutes to go and it's 2 hours. Tripping dude. We're gonna take this off, okay? That's all there is to that. I'll be sweating. Not perspiring, I'll be sweating. I'm wet. Okay, I must go. So take care, y'all, okay? I had my vinegar, I'm gonna go make Dad one. And my grandmama took vinegar every day, so must be something good about it. And I think if you look it up, what are the good effects from drinking vinegar? And how much should I have? You know, they make special drinks, you know, like vinegar with the lemon in it, and vinegar and honey is a good thing. So I think honey is a superfood. Vinegar has got so many good uses for you. So I would call that a superfood also. Yeah, you guys take care, and I'll try to do that. I'll try to just do a video that has a scripture or has the chapter and not do a whole bunch of talking. Separate it up some. Anyway, you guys take care. Thanks again for the comments. I really appreciate it. Especially the good comments. Anyway, happy trails. I'll see you guys around the bend. My appointment with my oncologist is Monday at 2:45. I have to be there to fill out paperwork and stuff, so we'll see what she has to say. I hope that it'll be something really great, but I got a feeling it ain't. In other words, I can tell by the pain I've been having in my back that that's from the cancer. I thought it was something else. So now I feel it. Not power of suggestion, it's just now I know where it is. You know, I can feel it and I know what the problem is instead of, I've been trying to walk to try to make things better for my back, okay? I didn't realize what the problem was. So stupid I am. So, okay, I already said it. Happy trails. I'm gonna figure out some songs so I can sing. I don't know if they'll ever be any good. I've always wanted to sing, so I don't know another song besides Happy Trails to say goodbye, okay? Until we meet again, have a great one.
Got great bloodlines, a lot of early wins, but then all of a sudden you
Talk
just
to you
started
later.
refusing at the gate.
And I do. I love all of you guys, okay? As my brother or my sister.